Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for Monday, April 7, 2025. It shows Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, announcing what he remembers. Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, has a change of heart, while Ava Jerome's Maura West questions make Elizabeth Liz Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, suspicious. Also, Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, drops a bomb on Anna Devane. Finola Hughes. After Ava learns that the brakes were cut in the car that Rick and Liz were driving, she starts asking more questions. Ava goes to Liz's hospital room and starts peppering her with questions about the accident. However, Liz gets suspicious and wants to know what's up with all the questions. At some point, Liz might tell Lucky about Ava's questions. Of course, Lucky might not want to cover for Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mansi, anymore now that he knows what really happened. Chances are that Christina will beg and plead, convincing Lucky to keep his mouth shut. Over in Rick's hospital room, he has a memory of Christina standing there after the car crash. While that is a huge clue, others might write it off, especially if Rick has nothing to attach to the memory. Rick might get flashes, but it could be a while before everything fits together. It doesn't help that Lucky has already given Christina a cover story. She better hope they don't have cameras in the storage room at Charlie's, of course. I don't think Ava is going to the police with her information. Ava will likely use it to get a sweet payday from Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. However, Ava could continue using it over Sonny's head, so he will have to do something about that. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, April 7 reveal that Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, is back in Port Charles. While Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, will want to hear all about Joss' fake trip, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, says something interesting. It causes Joss to spin her head and question him about going to Easter Island. Jason could poke holes in Joss' fake school trip story, so let's see if Carly picks up on it or not. In today's episode, fans can also expect Jack to drop a bomb on Anna. Trina Robinson, Tapiana Ali, and Kai Taylor, Jens Austen, continue chatting. In the preview clip, Trina talks to Kai about the possibilities. Port Charles is teetering on the edge of revelation and ruin as secrets begin to surface, old wounds threaten to reopen, and alliances shift beneath the surface like tectonic plates. On Monday, April 7, General Hospital dives deep into memory, mistrust, and mysteries unraveling, setting the stage for a storm that could sweep through the town. Rick's recall. The past returns with a vengeance. Rick Lansing has been on the sidelines for too long, but that's about to change. Haunted by recent flashes of a memory he can't quite place, Rick finds himself standing outside Elizabeth's house, watching the shadows stretch across her lawn. Something about this place calls to him, and not just because of their shared past. At Kelly's earlier in the day, a simple knock on the counter had triggered a vivid flashback. A basement, the sound of a woman crying, chains rattling. He spilled his coffee. Molly noticed, but Rick brushed it off until the memories kept coming. Now, as he sits in his car outside Liz's house, he clutches an old photograph he found buried in one of his law books. A blurry image of a dark-haired woman who isn't Elizabeth, someone else. Someone he's not sure he ever met, or someone he tried to forget. Could Rick be remembering something from the years he disappeared from Port Charles? Was he involved in something darker than he ever let on? And what does it have to do with Elizabeth? Lucky's 180. The return of the Spencer fire. Lucky Spencer has always walked a fine line between the law and his instincts, but on Monday, he makes a hard pivot that shocks even himself. After weeks of playing it cool since his return to Port Charles, Lucky has been investigating quietly, reconnecting with friends, and trying to rebuild a relationship with Liz. But all of that changes after a conversation with Dante at the PCPE. Dante hands Lucky a folder he wasn't supposed to see, one labeled Confidential. Operation Phoenix. Inside are surveillance images, names, and one particular file Lucky can't take his eyes off. Jason Morgan. Lucky had thought Jason was simply back, alive, somehow, but this file suggests something more sinister. Conditioning. Government Black Ops, Memory Manipulation. It reads more like a spy novel than a police report. And there's another name tucked inside the file, Luke Spencer. Is his father somehow involved? Is that why Jason's return feels off, fueled by suspicion and the Spencer stubbornness? Lucky throws out the rulebook and goes rogue. By nightfall, he's in a back alley warehouse in the outskirts of Port Charles, breaking the lock and searching for answers he may not be ready to face. Liz suspicious, mother's intuition, lover's instinct. Elizabeth Weber knows when something isn't right. She's been around too long, seen too much, lost too many people. And now, as she watches Jason sleep on her couch, she can't ignore the gnawing feeling in her gut. He's different. Jason says all the right things. He looks at her the way he used to. But the other day, when Jake called out during a nightmare, Jason flinched visibly. Not in concern, but in panic. And then there's the matter of the scar. While helping him change his shirt, she noticed it. A small circular scar at the base of his neck. Something that wasn't there before. When she asked, he brushed it off. But the way he froze, that wasn't like him. On Monday, Liz confides in Epiphany, who's back for a brief shift at General Hospital. Epiphany, always the realist, gives her a look. Girl, you know your heart, and you know Jason. If something feels wrong, it probably is. By the end of the day, Elizabeth makes a choice. She's going to test Jason. Not with questions, but with a piece of their history, something only her Jason would know. And if he doesn't pass, she may have to protect her family from the man who claims to love her. Anna's discovery. Ties that bind and break. In her office at the WSB, Anna Devane pores over a decrypted file that makes her blood run cold. After months of piecing together the puzzle behind Project Chimera and the mysterious reactivations of WSB sleeper agents, Anna finally has something solid and terrifying. The document is titled TSSADINE Initiative Omega Protocol. The file references names long thought dead, including Victor Cassadine, and even a redacted reference to someone codenamed Phoenix. She's seen that codename before. On the file, Lucky showed Dante. On the surveillance image that just popped up last week, Jason Morgan, meeting with a shadowy figure in Brussels. But the image Anna uncovers now is even more damning. Jason in a lab, assisting with what appears to be a neurological mapping device. Cassadine Tech. Date stamp, from the time he was presumed dead. Anna's hands shake. Could Jason have been part of something? Willingly, or was he controlled? Before she can process further, her computer is remotely shut down. Her lights flicker, and then her burner phone rings. A voice she hasn't heard in years rasps through. Anna, you're getting too close. Stop digging, or someone you love dies. Anna's spine stiffens. Too late. She's already in this, and she's not backing down. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Brooklyn worries when Chase gets a strange text from an anonymous number. Ask your wife about the diamonds. Chase plays it off, but Brooklyn isn't convinced. Who's watching them? TJ and Molly hit another roadblock in their adoption journey when a potential birth mother ghosts them. But was it really a coincidence, or something more calculated? Ava corners Sonny at the Metro Court, demanding to know what he's hiding. You're watching Jason like he's a ticking bomb, she says. So what are you telling the rest of us? Trina finds a notebook in Spencer's old apartment, left behind on purpose. The contents suggest Spencer's disappearance isn't just about running. It's about protecting someone else. But who? Preview wrap-up. Rick's truth, Lucky's choice, Anna's warpath. Monday's General Hospital sets the tone for a month of explosive revelations. Rick's memories may hold the key to unraveling a conspiracy long buried. Lucky's bold move could crack open the Jason mystery, or put him directly in harm's way. Elizabeth may finally stop trusting her heart and start trusting her instincts. And Anna, she's entering battle mode with or without backup. Who's lying? Who's in control? And who's playing everyone from the shadows? One thing is certain. Port Charles is no longer safe, and the truth is far more dangerous than anyone imagined. Would you like a sneak peek at Tuesday's Fallout 2? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.